Welcome to Eva Talks, a weekly podcast about the law of attraction and more. Enjoy today's episode.
Good morning, everybody. Here is Eva Speaks again. When the covert narcissist knows, you no longer care. Narcissists are infamous for manipulating others in order to dominate and control them. When they realize their game plan has been discovered and their inflated sense of entitlement and superiority is revealed, all hell breaks loose. The tides have turned in their thinking and they are no longer in control of their victim, causing the covert narcissist to get outraged. In most circumstances, there is no need to be concerned about your safety. Narcissists are often non-violent individuals with childish insecurities. So there is, of course, a huge difference between narcissists, psychopaths, and sociopaths. This isn't to say they aren't capable of doing some very nasty things to the individual who has the audacity to cut off their supply. If you are a victim of narcissistic abuse, you must think and act swiftly in order to escape the narcissist's grasp, because the narcissist will not voluntarily accept defeat. Prepare for war when the narcissist realizes you figured him out. What happens when you figure out a narcissist? There is more to a narcissist's compulsive need to control others than just wanting to dominate their space. There is more to their obsessive drive to control others. It's really defending themselves from narcissistic harm. Any attack on their so-called self-love or ego is terrible to them. Narcissists are always afraid of losing control. They expect to be adored and admired by others around them at all times. They are in command, and their cognitive processes lead them to believe that if their partners do not agree with their excessive expectations, they have the right to mistreat them. When a narcissist loses control of their victim, they unleash narcissistic anger on them. Narcissistic anger is a childish, immature expression of a narcissist's wants. The narcissist, according to psychologist Adam Blattner, has 7 levels of anger. The first level is anxiety, indirectly expressing their wrath. The second level is stress, an inward sensation of anger. The third level is irritation, expressing a smidgen of discontent. The fourth level is agitation, expressing their rage without pointing the finger at their partner. The fifth level is frustration, using abrasive language or scolding. The sixth level is anger, shouting, swearing, and verbally expressing their anger to their partner. And seventh level is rage, losing control of one's temper, acting aggressively, and becoming enraged. The main truth is that when they can't control you and the narcissist realizes you figured him out, or it can of course be her, he or she's cut off from his or her source of supply, which is extremely difficult for narcissists to deal with. How long can a narcissist go without supply? attention, adulation, admiration, and approval are all targets for the narcissist. They endure what is known as narcissistic deficiency, dysphoria, when their supply runs out or is no longer available. This is similar to depression in that their eating and sleeping patterns change. They become sluggish and they appear sad all of the time. They are no longer interested in hobbies, interests, or times that they used to enjoy. The narcissist may have extreme mood swings and may frequently turn to an alternate addiction such as drugs, alcohol, or becoming a shopaholic or driving recklessly. They'll withdraw into a fantasy world where there is plenty of narcissistic supply. What's the quick answer to how long a narcissist can go without getting supply? I'm not sure how long it will last. Imagine exactly how long a heroin addict may go before experiencing physical side effects. They will find a method to acquire their next fix by any means necessary once they start to feel the pain of the drug no longer being in their system. A narcissist is hooked to power. The sensation they receive from controlling others is like a narcotic to them. When their supply runs out, they will go to tremendous measures to acquire their next fix. When you decide to exit a relationship with a narcissist, things can get complicated quickly. So this was for today about when the covert narcissist knows you no longer care, and we spoke also about the 7 levels of anger, which is very interesting to realize when you've been or still are in such a toxic relationship. Remember that anxiety, stress, irritation, agitation, frustration, anger, and rage are very, very low energies and very toxic also for our not only emotional but as well physical health. I thank you very much for listening again, and I will speak to you in my next video about self-love, law of attraction, and of course relationships. Thank you very much once more, and have a nice day. Bye bye.